I'm holding court, we standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when
One of the actors who played in the reenactments in my movie had an encounter with him in Vegas one time.
Yeah.
They ran into each other, like literally ran into each other. And this was not like a small guy, this actor. He was like, came around a corner and we smacked. And he goes, Suge was immediately like, "What up, homie?"
Yeah.
And he was like,
Man,
his guys are there with him.
I've had encounter. I won't say the rapper's name, but we come from the rap circle, and I was at a House of Blues, with another
Sunset?
with another artist, and my ex-wife, and Suge was there, and then the artist that I was with, it was funny. He was like talking about doing a collab album with them, and then we went out to dinner later that night, and that artist's wife was like, "What? You're not doing an album with Suge?" And they just went back and forth on like the ups and downs. But yeah, I mean, he's an intimidating figure in LA.
You know what? I'd have to. This is the crazy thing about it. Everybody knows I'm no limit. You know what I mean? I'm no limit. Master P is my brother. I have to say that the times that I've encountered Suge, he's always been super cool.
Right.
Always.
He was cool at the House of Blues.
I used to see him all the time at the Polo Lounge. I used to go up to the
So
Polo
funny
Lounge,
you said that.
and he was we didn't know each other like that, but he would always see me, give me dab. Hey, what's up, homie? How you doing? He was always, and I remember one time we were on Sunset, kind of over by Bel Air, UCLA, and we were coming up, Sepulveda. I'm sorry, Sepulveda.
Sure.
And he pulled up next to me and rolled his window down and was like, "I see you, I said, "Yeah, what's up with you, OG? I see you too. How you doing?" He was like, "Oh man, trying to get it."
Right.
He just went about his business.
He's not going to get to where he got by not being charismatic.
Right.
There's still going to be a lighter side to him. And it's funny, there's people that it's like the people that are around him have like a love-hate relationship with him now. You know what I mean? It's even the people that say they don't like him, there's still some love for the guy. It's kind of interesting.
He's super charismatic. I mean, the artist that I was with that night at House of Blues, Suge, was super cordial, super friendly. And that was the whole reason he was like, "Man, we should do like a..." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was it wasn't a bad vibe at all. Like, he was a very
and this is the other
guy.
thing. Yeah, this is the other thing, too.
Well,
the other story I have is me and Master P, we were at Philippe Chow's. It was just me and P. And we were meeting Gucci Mane down there at the time because P was kind of managing Gucci for a spell. And Waka was there. And I think Waka invited Suge. And it was so funny. It was just me and P. And Suge walked in. I think he had some of the OFTB dudes with him. And Gucci had his people, Waka had his people, and people in the restaurant literally start getting up and leaving because I think they thought that it was going to be a problem. But it wasn't. He was super cordial with P, super cool with me. It was all love. It was all love. And it was just me and P, Now, don't get me wrong. I was ready. Because I told P, I remember texting him like, "Hey, let me know whatever it is." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While we talking, let me know.
Oh yeah, because I forget, because P had the whole Snoop thing.
Exactly.
And
And Suge called P. When Snoop, when P first moved out here to LA, Suge called P like, "Hey, I don't think LA is big enough for both of us." And P told him, "Hey, I just bought a house. When you leaving?" And hung up on him. You know what I'm saying? But Suge strike me as a type that he'll try to get it off if he feels like he can. You know what I mean? If you show any sign of pussy or weakness, he may press you. But if you stand, you know what I mean, and you just then he gonna carry it high.
I think that's one of the leading theories on who what the shooting at One Oak was about. Him was that he may have pressed up on the wrong person, and that was a message back that.
Right, you can't do that with everybody. You can't do that with everybody.
But my agent right now, early in his career, before he was an agent, he was Suge's manager for a time. And my agent is a redheaded, pale-skinned dude, as far from gangster, anything as you can imagine. And he said eventually he got out of that. He didn't like the situation. But he said Suge kept showing up at places where he was. And one of the places he said was the Polo Lounge.
Yes.
And I'll let him know, like, it wasn't you, man. Suge was a regular there.
I was a regular. I would see Suge there a couple times a week. That's how we got familiar.
All right.
That's how we got familiar. So he was always pleasant, and again, I think that some of the stuff that he's done is warranted. I think some stuff he gets a bad rap, but then what we have to understand too is, Suge was very young. You know what I mean? When you talk about
All
late
these
20s,
guys were so young.
yeah, you're talking about mid 20s, late 20s, even early 30s, and you coming into all this money,
Right.
and nobody comes from money and,
Right.
and having this influence and just anything.
It's
everything
crazy.
you want.
I mean,
You know.
Pac and Big are both under 25.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So looking back on it, me at 45, and I'm able to look at when I was 25.
I was an idiot.
I was an
I
idiot.
and I didn't
was
have what they
dumb.
had either.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't have all
yeah.
the things
Exactly.
you
The
know, around
accoutrements
me
of
to-
success and
right,
all of that shit.
right.
So I'm trying to think that shit, if I had, was worth $100 million at 26, 27, and I
I'd be-
got all the homies from the 4 block, I probably would have acted a little bit of a fool too.
You think you're untouchable. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. You don't
know.
know. You don't know life yet.
Yeah.
That what people are
Yeah.
gonna do. Yeah.